Guys, it's arrived. We got ChatGPT-5 in the house. It's here now. It's actually here, guys. It's crazy. Listen, I want to show you exactly how you can utilize ChatGPT-5 for your digital products, for selling on Etsy, for all of that great stuff, guys. It is mad, right? So listen, check this out. Look, you can see my screen right now. When you go into ChatGPT-5, they're going to just show you. It says introducing ChatGPT-5, our smartest, fastest, most useful model yet, with built-in thinking that puts expert level intelligency in everyone's hands. Is mad. And then you know what? Spend a little bit of time just to have a little read. Do you know what I mean? Because it gives you an idea about what it can do. There's actually a sort of video as well, which gives you a sort of idea. It's actually a YouTube video, right? Let me just see. What's it doing? It's a YouTube video also that gives you an idea about ChatGPT-5, about all its new features, what it's got. So I definitely advise, I think that's, Sam Altman there going through something on the update. But yeah, listen, it's definitely, I'm going to show you anyway, but I'm saying when you go and log in yourself and you go onto it, just have a quick look and just see what's about. But guys, I'm going to show you right now. Look, it's mad, right? Improved coding and design and thinking. All right, let's go for it. You know what? Let's forget just looking at it. But what I'm saying is go and check it out. But I'm going to go through it right now just to give you all the sort of good bits, key bits of information and how it can actually help you, better inform you and, help you sell better, really. Essentially, this is what we want. It also gives you the links to these different popular listings, right? So what it's done is it is actually putting together a design that it knows people are searching for and buying on that are actually popular, guys, right now. And it's showing me the evidence of listings similar to the one that is created that are popular and selling right now. Guys, this is a real game changer. It's going to cut down on your research time. Now, obviously, I would verify and validate this. And how I would do this, I would go to the listings and I would also check with EVERBEE, my go-to research SEO tool, to verify the sales and how much they're making. But yeah. And then it says, while I can't confirm every detail of trending listings, like exactly how many sales each has, these patterns often signal what typically sells well among handmade and digital design shops. Now, look, I'm not going to say it's going to guarantee you massive sales, right? It's not about that. What this is about is that it cuts down the verification and identification of what designs are selling well, right? It's going to help you. It's going to speed up the process, right? Personally, I would still go away and I'll still start looking at EVERBEE and I'll still do my research. However, when I am convinced that listing after listing is definitely getting more traction, more design, more selling, then obviously this is something that I would look into further. So the other thing that ChatGPT has is it has more accurate trend forecasting, right? And what that means is that it is able to pick up on those newer trends, those micro trends that are appearing, right? So where you might, before in ChatGPT-4, you might be saying something like, find me, a trending snowman design. It can now sort of identify all the features and elements more precisely about which type of snowman design is going to sell better, right? So if I'm on Etsy right now, just to give you an example. All right, I just typed in snowman PNG. What it will be able to do is, before in ChatGPT 4.0, it might say, might give you an idea of the ones that are sort of selling. But what the ChatGPT 5 is able to do right now is able to look at and forecast those micro trends, which might be that really sort of not only the watercolor, say snowman, say in this case, this vintage watercolory sort of style, but they will be more accurate in explaining what the elements are around it that is making it work. So for example, what kind of hat the snowman's wearing, what kind of, flowers, scarving or, background, but actually able to describe everything in way more detail so that it can recreate more closely the design that is working, that is trending. Right? That's the best way I can describe it. It is just more precise, more accurate, and more real time. Okay. The other thing that it can do is ChatGPT-5 now has the ability to create better prompts. So let's say you've seen a snowman design that you really like and you want to recreate it. Obviously, you can, look at some design styles and ask it to recreate something similar to a particular listing. You don't really need to upload an image per se. You can actually just talk about a particular design that you've seen on the internet, whether it be on a website or on a listing, and then it will be able to create a more accurate prompt of that design, where so that when you actually recreate that design, it should look much closer to what you've asked of it. Okay, so more detailed prompts, you'll be getting more accurate prompts, which is again a fantastic thing, because the designs that you create need to be in the style or closely matched to those really popular ones, obviously in its own unique style, but it still should have the traits of the design styles of those good selling ones. Now, the other thing which is also massive is that ChatGPT-5 can now also really drill down on those big keywords, those trending keywords, those keywords that are actually bringing in a lot of the customers and a lot of the search, rather than the 4.0 version, where although it can identify keywords, and especially when you input the words that you feel like are working, ChatGPT-5 can go away and just identify those top competitors and sift through all the different keywords that are working from those competitors, so that it can better inform you about what keywords that you can use in your listings, right? According to the kind of design that you're trying to sell. So again, you're going to get more precise, more accurate keywords that actually would have the potential to sell better on Etsy, which is, again, for me, I would say that's a massive game changer. And what it is, it also understands, especially when you have that conversation, and I keep saying it, you need to have more conversation with ChatGPT, talk about your store or show it your store, show it your listings, understand what your niche is, what you're about. Because what it is it will have that information in the background, so that when it actually helps you with the SEO and the keywords for your listings, not only will it try to look at your competition, but look at your top competition, your top competitors, and also look at what you're trying to do and sell. And like I said, it's a smart model, right? It's a thinking model. So it doesn't just just put things in that you've suggested or that you've asked for it. It will think about what your store's about, your Etsy store, what you sell, how better it can help push the listings and increase the sales through looking at the competition, looking at those keywords that are not only those ones that are obviously trending, but those ones that are starting to emerge. And this is the key, guys. When you're doing your title and your tags, this is a huge factor to actually push your listings and give it that potential. Okay, the next thing is personalized shop growth strategies. Now, although the 4.0 model, is able to give you some tips and advice on what you need to do for your shop to help you, this model, ChatGPT-5, gives you much more accurate, precise information, because it can analyze your shop, even deeper, and would give you a more tailored strategy, so that it can help inform you how to increase your sales. So what it does is it will go through your store, it will look at your views, your listings, your sales, everything about your store when you ask it to, and it can give you a strategy, a step-by-step plan on exactly how you can improve things. So actually use ChatGPT-5 to analyze your store, study your store, ask it to look at ways of improving it. Now, what it will do is it will look at your competition, look at what they're doing. It will also see what things that you may not be doing so well and how you can improve things, which is, like I said, although the 4.0 model can do little bits of that on a basic level, this is much, much deeper and much more accurate and more tailored, I would say. Now, the other thing that it can do is it can help you more with repurposing, cross-platform selling. Like if you wanted to sell on Pinterest, or you wanted to sell on, Shopify, or any other sort of platform, maybe Instagram. Although the 4.0 model can suggest things that you can do to do that, ChatGPT-5 has the potential to literally repurpose everything. So it could pretty much repurpose your Etsy listing, the Etsy description, all that information, into a sort of Pinterest or TikTok or Instagram listing or post, should I say. So repurposing becomes much, much easier onto other platforms, rather than just maybe giving you tips and suggestions that 4.0 did, which is more aligned to those platforms. So rather than being sort of manually doing that with ChatGPT 4.0, ChatGPT 5 can tailor, like I said, those listings into those Pinterest or TikToks, which makes it more cohesive. So like I said at the beginning, it's a thinking model. It's a model that is individualized. It's a model that is improved. Yes, although the design image generation generally is not better, however, it's more enhanced and more precise, because obviously with the prompts being more accurate, then the design becomes more accurate too. So the output of your image generation will be improved overall. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got some value. If you did get some value, remember, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, smash the notification bell. And if you want to know more about, digital products, trending designs, remember to check out my school community. The link is below. Lots of video libraries and lots of information there, and also trending designs, which I upload. But yeah, hope you liked the video. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.